So what's up, guys? Sunday morning, man. It's a beautiful day out here, man. Oh, yeah, y'all see me do it. What's up, guys, man? Sunday morning, beautiful day. About to get up, get my day started. About to go do a little grocery shopping with the wife, and enjoy the rest of this day, man. It's a nice day today out here in GA. So yeah, man. We got warriors on the other ones. What they call themselves, warriors on Waldo's World. Well, Cleaners Connect, guys. You know what we are? We're Hulkamanias. That's what we are, guys. We are Hulkamanias over here in Cleaners Connect. So you guys are going to hear that word a lot. We're bringing Hulk Hogan back. And I'm trying to get him to be a member of Cleaners Connect because he was my idol. Uh-oh, get on the bike soon. Okay, Frank. Oh, that's Mark Sager. Mark Sager getting on the bike. What's up, Frank? What's up, Mark? But yeah, Cleaners Connect. About to enjoy this day. But man, listen. Just a little message for some of you guys is that 2019 is the year, guys. The year, especially speaking for myself, is understanding what I stand for. The hole is close. Okay. Understanding what I stand for in all aspects of my life. I was thinking last night, and I said, you know what? I learned a lot. Me personally, I learned a lot from 2018, and just how to improve myself, especially dealing with social media. Because we're all on social media. Some of us put ourselves out there on those platforms. A lot of us just sit back and watch, and that's fine. But one thing I learned from social media from 2018 is to not try to prove myself, to not sit here and go back and forth over nonsense, over nothing. Because, man, I just sit there and think, and I was looking through some posts from last year. I mean, guys, it's like spend hours and hours just going back and forth with people on social media about nothing. I mean, you see it all the time. And it just gets to the point, man. You just got to get to the point where, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's draining, but it just doesn't mean it has no meaning. If it has no meaning, what's the point of doing it? You know, I'm just, like, just anything. A wand, you can be talking about a wand. Courtney, why you spend $1,800 on a wand? And they say, I mean, you had guys doing videos about spending $1,800 on a wand. And as I look back on it, I say, you know what? There are people that spend $500,000 on a car. Who cares? It's their money. If they want to spend it on a car or whatever, who cares? You can't control what people do with their money. I mean, unless it's your spouse, your husband or wife. But again, who cares? And then you just got these crazy posts that just went up, man, about chemicals and tools and vans. Courtney, why you got a ProMaster? Why you didn't, it's like, oh my goodness. So me, guys, personally, Cleaners Connect 2019, if I put something out there, if it's not genuine, I'm not going to respond to it. And I think we all should learn to do that because, like I said, you can just end up spending so much time, unwasted time, so much valuable time. Because time, to me, guys, besides life itself, is so valuable because you can't get it back. You can get money back. You can get jobs. You can get food. You can't get time back. And time is so valuable. So I think 2019, I'm going to focus more on how I utilize my time. Because, 2018, man, it was a lesson learned. And, so just learning from my own experiences. And again, just do it my way. Do it the way that it makes me feel comfortable. I had a member the other day I was talking to, one of my good guys, man, out in Texas. And he said, Courtney, man, I just don't see why you sub out your work instead of hiring an employee. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hire an employee. And there's no one that can convince me to hire an employee. If I want to, sub my workout, I'm going to sub my workout. I had a member yesterday that messaged me. I went to go do a estimate yesterday, and the price was $560. and she would not. She didn't. She wanted basically a discount. She said, "Can you do it for 500?" I said no. Well, a member messaged me. He didn't put on the post, but he messaged me last night like, Courtney, why didn't you do that job for 500? And I'm thinking to myself, what's the reason for me doing it for 500? And it basically comes down to, most guys gonna say it's money, or it's $500. So, you know, me personally, the way I look at my business, I look at it as any other business. Where else can I go and do that? I'm about to go grocery shopping. Whatever my total come up to, I guarantee you, I cannot say, hey, can I get it for this price? Or whatever price I see. No, you can't. So we shouldn't let, you know, customers do that to us. So, you know, as cleaners, guys, we have to control how we really, what we understand for us, you know. And if you, whatever, you know, you apply to your business, you have to stick with it. You have to stick with it, because as soon as you stop, you know, standing for what you believe in, no one else will. So I told the lady yesterday, the total was $560. It's no biggie. If you decide to go with the other company because they're cheaper, that's fine. That's out of my control. But I'm only going to stand for what I can control. Last night, I went to go do another estimate. Her total came up to $520. I said, and after I put in the numbers, me and her just standing there looking at each other. And I said, ma'am, is that fine? She said, yeah. She said, I just want to go ahead and schedule it. Schedule it right there on the spot for Friday. Saturday morning, $520 job. So you just have to understand, you know, especially when it comes to these prices, because I'm seeing a lot of guys put up posts about pricing. And again, guys, when you put up these posts, just understand you're going to get so many opinions. But you have to, like I said, do what you stand for. If you're a discount cleaner, if you're a cleaner that gives specials, if you're a cleaner that negotiate, that's fine. But if you have a price, think about this, guys. If your price is $200 for 5 rooms, that should be your price. Now, if you would do it for $175, you shouldn't market $200. You should, I mean, for example, I feel like if you're going to be a discount cleaner, if you're going to be a negotiator, just ask people, what can you afford, and see, can you meet that? So if a customer calling has 5 rooms and you want $200, don't say $200. Just say, well, hey, ma'am, what's your price range? You know, well, I'm looking to spend $125, maybe $150. Well, I can do it for $175. You know, I can do it for $150. You know, but you know, I just don't understand, why would you have a price list, and then when someone asks you about your prices or your services, then you'll give them a cheaper price. I mean, again, it doesn't make sense from a real business standpoint. And again, a lot of carpet cleaners are going to disagree with this, but that's the point of guys having a price list. That's the point of giving someone a price. That's why it bothers me when customers call. Well, I ain't gonna say customers. People call and they say, do you have any specials? And I'm thinking to myself, where do you see anywhere that Truman Steamers offer specials? No, I don't offer specials. And then, you know, I've done some videos, I've done some posts, and carpet cleaners say, no, don't tell her you don't have specials. No, I'm not going to tell her I have specials, because I don't run specials. I don't have to sit here and hide or try to trick someone or convince someone to use my services. Because again, guys, there's plenty of customers out there, plenty, that don't care about that stuff. They don't care about specials. They don't care about discounts. All they want is what they want. And if they can see the value in it, they will pay it. So, you know, to all you guys that's, you know, getting into the group, getting into the industry, there's a lot to learn from these forums, these groups. But at the end of the day, man, you have to do what's right for you and understand what you're doing. Understand what you're doing. And stick to it. Don't be flip-flopping. You know, 1 minute I see guys, 1 minute you're a high-end cleaner, next thing you're doing 10 apartments, next thing you know, you're doing this, you're doing that. And you just don't get nowhere with that. I mean, I remember when I first started, man, I was selling carpet, I was painting, I mean, cleaning carpet, cleaning houses, doing all this stuff that I had no business doing, and it got me nowhere. Because what happened is, when you're in business and you don't understand what you're doing, what your mind tells you, because you're so ignorant, is to do more, do more. Like when I was a lowball cleaner, I would do 4 or 5 jobs a day, and I wasn't making any money. But my mind, the ignorant of me and how I thought of business was to do more. Okay, I'm not making money with 4 jobs, so maybe if I get 5 jobs a day, then I do 5 jobs. Okay, I'm still not making money. Okay, maybe if I do 6 jobs a day, and it just becomes doing. You gotta do more because your mind is telling you to do more. But at the end of the day, guys, it's not getting you anywhere. It's just making the situation worse. So that's why I say 2019 for all you guys is to look back on 2018. Just really focus and reflect on 2018 and ask yourself, what did I learn from 2018? What were some of the mistakes that I made? What were some of the things I learned not to give my time, my valuable time to? And again, I can answer that for myself. Ask yourself that. And those are the things that you need to work on in 2019. So if you don't want to be a bottom of the barrel customer cleaner, you have to find a way to transition from those customers. Again, you're going to have cleaners going to say, oh, well, tell her why your price is different. Tell her why, the other guys are cheaper. Guys, no. It's not your job to tell her why someone else's price is cheaper and why yours is more. That customer should be able to do her own research. Okay? If your business is out there, you have a website, you display your prices. What else? I mean, again, it's a price, So my thing is this. Once you understand that, when those customers call, I don't even say anything. I don't say nothing. Ma'am, the price is on the website. What the other cleaner, they charge. Okay, ma'am. I mean, if you want to go with them, go with them. I don't have nothing to prove to this customer. I don't have to convince this customer to use Truman Steamers. That's why Truman Steamer has a website. That's why Truman Steamers has a Facebook page. Most of us do. And if you don't, you need to work on that. So you don't have to prove yourself to customers when they call. You don't have to convince people to use your services. When I go shopping, guys, I know what I want. I don't go to Publix and every time I'm in a different aisle, someone is running over to convince me to buy a certain product. Okay? Anything. No one had to convince me to buy my house. This is what I can afford. This is what I like. This is what my wife liked. We bought it. No one had to convince us. And you have to understand that with your own business. You're not in business to convince people. You're not in business to make people, believe in you. Okay? Like I told that guy yesterday, I don't have to convince this lady to use me. She doesn't see the value of spending $560 with me. That is fine, guys. It's not gonna close my doors. It's not gonna make me go out of business. It's $560. Okay, it's not $500,000. Okay, it's $560, guys. It's not that big of a deal. At least to me, it's not. But again, because I understand that. Like I said, she hasn't called me back. If she don't call me back, I don't care. But again, I have enough customers out there that understand. They see the value in me and they use my services. So understand what you stand for as a person, as a business owner, as whatever, a father, a husband, wife. Understand what you stand for. And once you understand what you stand for, stick with it. You will attract that same, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like the law of attraction. You will attract that same energy to you. Once you understand that, guys, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world, but it starts up here. So, if you're someone that's always have to prove something, you're always trying to convince people, maybe you should look at yourself in the mirror. But like I said, guys, unless that is your business, but if that's your business model, if your business model is giving discounts, giving specials, negotiating, that's fine. Because there's a lot of people that do that. There's a lot of business models that practice that. I used to work for them. And that's your business model. But again, don't be one way, but then when a customer comes around, you switch. You just totally switch your whole business model. Hello, I have a question about phone service provider. What question do you have, Todd? Let him answer that. But you know, guys, don't switch. Stick to what you are. Stick to what you stand for. Whatever your business model is, stick to it. There's people out there that will be attracted to you. Now, let's say, for example, whatever your business model is, whatever your prices are, if you're not reaching your goals, if you're not getting customers that you want, maybe you have to adjust some things, you know. Again, we all see each other. I see some cleaners where I think their prices are like crazy out of this world. Like, who's going to pay that? And me personally, I don't believe they're getting it, especially on a consistent base. They will have to show me that they're making that kind of money every day. So my thing is too, you can outprice yourself out of business. If your prices are so high, and again, being realistic, and people don't see the value in it, or people can't afford it, or whatever, you know, you have to adjust some things. So, you know, whatever your business model is, if it's not working, if you're not getting the kind of customers that you want, if you're not making the kind of money that you want to make, you have to go back and adjust some things. I had to do it, guys, and it's not going to happen overnight. It takes a lot of tweaking, a lot of, you know, fixing this, fixing that. I remember 2 years ago, 3 years ago, man, I was always on my website, just changing stuff. And my wife, she would always see me on my website, and she was like, what you doing to that website now? What you doing to that website now? You always on that website. But again, she didn't see what I see. She didn't see the changes that I needed to adjust, you know, for my business. But again, no one can tell you, you know, what to change unless you see it. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm not a multi-truck operation. Guys tell me all the time, Courtney, man, as long as you've been in business and the kind of customers you work for, you should have multi-trucks. Well, again, guys, if I don't see it, if I don't think about it, if it's not up here, how can it manifest in the real world? You know, that's how I look at life. If it has to start up here first. If I see it happening in my mind, I'm always thinking about it, then eventually it will manifest into the presence. But if I don't see myself being a multi-truck operator, if I don't, whatever, you know, whatever it is, if it doesn't happen up here, it's not going to happen. Because again, that's what I say about 2018. Don't let people convince you of doing things out of your element. Because what's going to happen is, if it doesn't start here in your mind, and you don't do it from here, from the heart, and you do it based off what other people say, it's going to fail. Because it's not you. It's not what you really want. You know, how many times have someone made you do something that you really didn't want to do, and you regretted it? You just regretted it because something went wrong. It didn't go the way they said it was going to go. You know, hey man, come invest in me. It happens all the time. People get tricked into spending their money, you know, because someone else said, hey man, spend your money like this. Let's go invest in this. And really deep down, you don't want to do it. You have this sense that's telling you, we have a conscience. Your conscience is telling you, don't do it. And you still do it. And guess what happened? It fails. It fails. Because again, you don't see it. You don't see it. So how can you believe in it? How can you accept it if you don't see it up here and you're not doing it from the heart? So 2019, man, is it's gonna, you know, 2018. It taught me a lot, especially from social media. You're gonna have people, man, that's always gonna have an opinion. Always gonna have an opinion. And I've just learned that, you know, everybody's gonna have something to say. If it's not genuine, if it's not, you know, someone who's actually trying to help you, you have to look past it. Because people are going to say stuff just to be saying it. People are going to say stuff out of hatred, out of jealousy. People are going to say stuff just to be a smart ass. You know, you have to overlook that stuff. You know, you can't, because again, like I said, me personally, you'll spend hours just going back and forth trying to prove a point. You'll spend hours, you know, trying to tell somebody why you did something, you know. And again, life it's not made that way. Do what you want to do. Stick to whatever your plans are, your business model are. Whatever you do, guys, stick to it. But at the end of the day, like the title of this video, understand what you stand for. Once you understand what you stand for, no one else can tell you anything different. So, Exactly. Exactly, Isaac. So, you got to do it, man. You gotta, and again, it's something that, especially if you're not used to it, if you're not used to sticking to your price, if you're a guy that's known for negotiating and known for giving discounts, and you say, you know what, I'm tired of this, you know, it's going to take time for you to adjust to that new understanding. But you have to stay focused. You have to stay consistent. You have to believe that your vision, your transition is going to happen. And if you believe it, guys, it will happen. I'm a living testimony. It's just how I was telling my buddy the other day, man. It's like sometimes I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful, man, just to see where I came from 10 years ago to where I am now. And like I said, it's like I was telling my buddy Fred Hayes that, man, we was talking last night. It's just like two different worlds, man. It's like, I mean, I'm happy I went through it because it did teach me. It taught me a lot. It taught me so much, man. The kind of customers I used to work for, how I used to run my business, and again, it was a lesson within itself. Then I had to start making a lot of adjustments. I had to start changing the way I think. I had to start changing the kind of people that I was associating myself with, the kind of people I was talking to. I had cleaners, man, that used to down the business. Cleaners used to, talk crap about the business. And I had to ask myself, if this business is so bad, if this business is not doing nothing for us, why are we in the business? So that goes back to it. It's not the carpet cleaning business. It's us. It's me. I'm the one with the problem. This carpet cleaning business is a multi-billion-dollar business. So how is it a problem? I had a guy come up to me one time, and he seen me in my truck, my old van. He said, "This your business?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, I tried to get into this business, but man, that carpet cleaning business is a pipe stream." And I thought about it. A pipe stream? How is it a pipe stream? Maybe it wasn't your dream, but don't sit here and blame it on the business. So again, guys, 2019, it's a new beginning. Like I said, I usually don't set New Year's resolutions, but I do learn what, discipline myself of things that I've done the prior year in the past. So like I said, 2019, if you see someone say something, if it's not genuine, if you say, "Damn, Courtney didn't respond," that's the reason why. Because knowing me, the person that I am, I've always been that way. I've always been that person that, try to prove something, try to, again, it's just me, and I can accept that. But it doesn't mean I have to be that way my whole life. But I've always been that way. Just, try to, always been, and I'm not going to say competitive because I'm not a competitive person, but I've always been competitive to myself. Always want to be the best. Always want to do the best I can. I remember when I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, and it was me, Danny, and David, and it was three of us. We was bakers, and I was the one that would roll the dough out on the machine and cut the donuts out, and Danny would be the one that would fry them and flip them, and David would be the one that put the glaze on them. And I had some good times back then. I was like a little 18-year-old kid, man, and it was me, like I said, Danny, he was the husband of one of the managers, and David, he was we call him Red. He was a white guy, but his hair was red. He was just straight red. He drove a little Ford Pinto, man. He was all cool. But they used to always tell me, like, "Man, come on, Courtney, man, come on, man. Man, you just sitting there making love to the donuts." Because when I would take the donuts after they was cut, I would make sure that the donuts were perfectly round. I didn't want my donuts to be looking like ovals or diamonds. I wanted my donuts to look perfect. So I just always been that way. Just want everything to be the best of what I can make it out of. But like I said, going into 2019, I just got to discipline myself of always trying to prove that I'm right. Always trying to prove the way that I do things is right. Because again, it might not be right to you, but if it's right to me, that's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters. And I think us as humans, we have to learn to accept that for one another. I was watching this dude. I really started to be attracted to him. Cologne. He's an inspirational speaker, the 10 times guy. And he has this Rolls Royce, and he decked it all out. You can go to YouTube and check it out. and he put all his logos on his Rolls Royce. And you know, people were saying it's loud, you know, it's drawing so much attention. And he said, you know what, it's good. I'm good that it's drawing attention, because that's what I want people to want. You know, I want people to see that. And I like that. I like that guy, because he's not afraid to be himself. He's not afraid to, you know, open up, show you his life, show you his car, show you his house. And it's like people get so offended by that. People get offended when you see someone in a nice car. You know, why they need all that? Who spends $100,000 on a car? But you know why people say that, guys? You know why people say, well, you know why people say that? Because they can't do it. They can't see themselves doing it. There is nobody in this world that's going to be a multimillionaire and not enjoy their money. It's no way. So when people say, oh, well, Bill Gates doesn't wear expensive clothes. Guys, Bill Gates might not wear expensive clothes, but I guarantee you he spent his money somewhere. Bill Gates' house talks to him, okay? And that costs money. Bill Gates, you know, Ted Turner. People say Ted Turner, the guy here in Atlanta, oh, he drives a Buick. Yeah, he drives a Buick, but he have a $2 million jet. So he spends his money somewhere, okay? So believe that. So, you know, just you know, be yourself, man, and understand what you do, understand what you stand for. And once you understand that, guys, don't let nobody, don't let this world, don't let this social media knock you off your track. You know, I love doing videos. I love helping people. I love showing what I do. And again, I'm going to continue to do it. And like I told people in the past, if you don't like it, just don't watch me. It's that simple, you know. So, all right, guys. Video. I'm trying to see. Did he? He said, I'm trying to see what Todd about the phone service. Well, Todd, if you're asking about the phone service, I have two phones. This phone right here is my personal phone. This is Verizon. And then my other business phone. I was gonna do a post too, guys. Do you guys run your business off your one phone, which is your personal and your business phone? I'm gonna do a poll or two. I recommend two, because when my business phone rings, I know I know again, that phone is ringing because of money, or either these damn telemarketers that get on our nerves. But anyway, I have two phones. My other phone, my business phone, is no special features, no nothing, just a little simple $100 phone that I pay $30 a month for. And that's my business phone. I've had that business phone since I've been in business. So I highly recommend having two phones. I just don't like tying up personal and business, so you don't know who's calling, you know. But when that business phone rings, I know 9 out of 10. If it's not a telemarketer, it's money. So the blueprint is proven. There you go, chat, Fred. That is so true. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Thanks, Pete. Yeah, Grant Cardone, Leo, you're right. I just started watching him, man, probably about 3-4 weeks ago, and I like that guy, man. I really do, because he's himself. And again, if you don't like it, just don't watch me. So yeah. Well, guys, I'm about to go ahead and get freshened up, take a shower, get ready to go do some grocery shopping with the wife, enjoy this beautiful day. And that's it, man. So next week is looking good. Got 4 tomorrow. Got one nice one Tuesday. I want to see, can Kevin come help me on that one? I mean, it's just about to be good. So I'll tell you one thing, with this Georgia weather, let me show you guys, man. It's like going to be like 60 degrees today. Look how beautiful it looks out there. So with this Georgia weather, man, if it can stay like this, for the rest of the winter, man, I will love it going into spring. So Chad said, yeah, if it stay like that, that's good. But that means we're going to have a hot spring and summer. I don't care, because I just don't like the winter time. All right, Cleaners Connect. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. And like I said, man, at the end of the day, understand what you're doing. Understand what you stand for. Once you understand that, guys, you are unstoppable in your own life. You know, no one should be able to throw you off your boat, because it's your boat and you know where you're going, and just keep doing it. So, all right, I'm done. That's it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.